Hey everybody, this is Tim Dial with Nexa Mortgage. I just wanted to put together a short little video. This is going to be very short and sweet. There's a big day ahead of us tomorrow because it's BLS Jobs Day, so we're going to get a new jobs report. That's one of the favorite measures of what's going on in the job market for the Fed and for the markets. We did get a jobs report earlier that was the ADP report. And I'll go over that briefly here, but the BLS report's even more important and usually moves the market more than the ADP report. So I'll get into that here in a minute. Additionally, today the market was extremely flat, and the reason I say that is because we started the day, we were down. The mortgage bonds were down. 5, 6 basis points, something like that, which means rates would have been slightly up. But we finished the day at zero. So that means that we finished the day exactly where we were at the end of the day yesterday. No movement whatsoever for the day. And so, as a result of that, I think what's going on there is that there's just this anticipation that the market's going to move tomorrow based on what this jobs report looks like. And what usually happens is it's usually based upon what they think is going to happen or their projections versus what really happened. And sometimes even that data gets revised later. Like last year, I think we had hundreds of thousands of jobs get revised down. There were less job creations than what they originally reported. So there's a lot of that going on right now. And so it's difficult for them to predict accurately, but it still moves the markets when they do come up with these jobs reports. So I'm going to get into this here real quickly, share a screen with you here. This is what the ADP report we got back looked like. There were 183,000 job creations. They were expecting about 150. And so, because there were more than expected, that actually caused the market to not really like that. But there were other factors that happened during the week that actually improved rates. And this didn't really hurt us at all. Plus, they're anticipating this BLS report, which they put more weight into anyway. So the ADP report didn't really have much of an impact, but we'll just have to see if the ADP report comes up similar to the BLS. They don't always match. So, but anyway, based on this, the other things that came out of this was that people who stay in their job, they actually got a little bit of a pay increase, 4.7% versus 4.6% is what it had been running, whereas people who changed jobs actually declined a little bit. So job changers, what that usually tells us is that maybe somebody lost their job involuntarily, and that's why their income went down a little bit, rather than, if you leave a job voluntarily and get a different job, usually your pay would go up. Otherwise, why did you leave the previous job unless you just hated it, or something like that? So anyway, that's a little bit of the data that's going on here. Not really easy to take this ADP report and do much with it, or to think it's going to really do anything. So that's why the BLS report's so important tomorrow, and it's going to most likely move the market a lot more than this ADP report did. But then again, it could also come down to what other news happens tomorrow and how that impacts things. There's all this stuff going on with tariffs and what's going on in the Middle East. There's all kinds of stuff going on that could impact the market. So we just have to hang in there and watch it. When you do look at kind of what's going on right now in the market, look at our curve. We've actually been on a nice run from down here back in mid-January. We've come all the way up to here. We're not quite to mid-February yet. We're still in early February. So we made a pretty good move in a short amount of time. And it'd be nice to hold on to this and keep pushing it higher. We've got a lot of room here before we get into this level of resistance here. So that's the hope, is we can keep pushing higher here and keep this run going. But anyway, didn't want to take a ton of time here. I wanted to make this short and sweet. Hope y'all have a great evening, and I look forward to talking to you in the future. Thanks. Bye.